Okay, so now we come down to actually what are we going to make? What products are we going to produce with all these enhancements that we've got at our disposal? So we've got a few examples here that I'm going to pop up onto the screen of applications. So let's run through these. Should we start with book covers?
Yeah, so that's a small range of applications I frequently heard of as being especially effective when using enhancements. And probably one of the top of my list is book covers. So the book publishing industry is massively moving to an on-demand model, or at least shorter runs, taking advantage of the long tail. And it all works very well, except for the book cover. It falls short in, for example, inkjet printing, where a lot of the book blocks are being made in. You can't do these kind of enhancements. But it would be very helpful to do this. So there are other products like the Revoria PC1120 who can do this kind of enhancements. So it would make a lot of sense to do the book cover on that kind of press and using things to make the print stand out.
So we've not only got paperback book covers, but also dust jackets around hardback. And I guess in the self-publishing market, where somebody self-publishing may just expect a plain CMYK cover, they could now be offered something a little more professional, a little more attractive.
Yes, I mean, obviously, traditional book publishers, they know about the effects and they know about how these are drawing the attention. But in the self-publishing market, micro-publishing market, there needs to be more education on what is possible.
Okay. Then the next one, you're calling back to nature.
It's an important trend we are seeing all around, and it's not surprising. Environment is on many people's mind, and it's getting a lot more important. It is using natural materials, and it also gives that kind of comfortable feeling to many people using natural materials. It is, however, a bit of a challenge when printing, adding information to that. Because if it's a dark color, the brown substrate, then you need to have a white as a foundation for a seed process color overprint, or just also using the white as a standalone effect. We saw this a lot in recent years, and that's also a trend which is going to stay.
And then window clings.
That's a very interesting market. It does need, however, a white overprint. So
exactly,
it's a clear film. Usually you print CMYK and as the top layer a white toner.
I did a short video earlier this year on the Revoria PC1120 with a substrate called Yupo Taco, which is like an adhesive, but it's not an adhesive. It clings to a very smooth surface, but you can reuse it again and again. But the important thing there was to have an anti-static unit in the press, because these kind of materials build static very quickly in the electrophotographic process. So you need a really efficient anti-static unit on the back, which again, PC1120 has. So that was useful. But yeah, that sort of thing, that flexibility on substrates. And security print and watermarks.
For vouchers, for certificates, for even business cards. And there are other ways to add security features, which means things which are not easy to forge. For example, that kind of clear print can work as a watermark. But also metallic or neon, those are features which are difficult to forge. You cannot copy a neon on a copier.
So we're not talking the level of banknotes or passports, but we're talking about something, an extra value for the customer, for the product they're producing.
Exactly, and can also be combined with variable data for track and trace. Very important in packaging and goods where there is a lot of counterfeiting going on.
And gaming and collectible cards. This card gaming is getting quite popular, isn't it?
Yes, it has always been popular, but it's still it's even growing in uptake. And during the pandemic, the board gaming and all related like collectible cards, they saw a huge growth. People are getting more interested in it. sharing, getting together, and also getting back to something tactile and durable, not something like ephemeral, like an electronic image.
Yep. The opposite of an NFT.
Well, yes.
Something valuable in the real world.
Exactly, yes. So NFTs, they do have their space as well, but for most people, a really printed collectible card they can hold in the hand has a lot more value.
Yeah, yeah.
And also here, in games, in cards, there's always a desire to stand out, to make them a bit more collectible,
yes.
even.
Yeah.
And that's where enhancements like varnishing, like metallics, they play an important role.
Yeah. Like Willy Wonka's golden ticket.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was a short run.
And parcel inserts, I guess we're talking about the Amazon whatever service where you get your goods and open them at home and have something.
Yes, I mean, we are already talking about the parcel economy nowadays. So many orders with parcels. And for many companies now, sending out a parcel is their only direct contact to a customer, their only physical contact. And many of them also have realized that adding some print to that makes sending out a parcel more valuable for making special offers. Giving additional explanations or some descriptions or something to feel good, and it's quite appreciated for people receiving parcels. Again, that kind of print would benefit from enhancements in making them stand out more.
Whenever I get a parcel from one particular company, there is always a voucher in for a ridiculous amount of money off wine, and it's always got metallic on there, just to make it think, should I throw that away? Is it important? Perhaps I need to read it. And just that split second makes the difference.
It does make a difference. Metallic and, for example, also like the security features, a visible security feature, it makes it more important for you, so you're more likely to use it.
Yeah. And packaging and labeling, we'll come on to that in another episode next week.